have to remember where we are. Oh, right. We had just left the town of Callum, whatever it is. I want to say Callum Deep, but I doubt that's it. And this is our first time going into our, well, second time going into camp, but first time since then where we have all kinds of things popping up in here. We can talk to everyone. So I'd already asked, yeah, I'd already talked to him about all the Grey Wardens and stuff. We've got Callista here. What? Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
Look. Fun fact, apparently your end wasn't loading. I was like, huh? It's pre-screen. Oh no, Nate, you missed the whole thing. Oh. I was asking how everybody was. It's been 2 weeks. How have you been? What you been up to? What's new with you? A lot. I mean, because your beard is bigger than yours. You've been growing it since before you shaved. Oh my god, Fino. This is the reason why I stopped. I grew this out. I got tired of shaving it. I would literally need to shave it every single day. And by the end of the day, you could see that 5 o'clock shadow coming in nice and thick already. I just have the genes for really quick growing facial hair. I mean, I guess it's been a few weeks and so on, but yeah, and it comes in nice and thick. It's not patchy and so on. It's genetics. But I'm not quite, you know, like Italian type hairy with the body hair, thankfully. I've got a decent amount elsewhere, but in the face. And it also helps that, you know, my body stopped trying to grow hair on my head. So it can give more energy towards the hair on my face. Just a warning, he could have taken a hand off.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
That hair went to the face exactly, right? Has a hairy V. Hey, wait, a hairy V. No, not stop. Hey,
I once
what?
heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
What are you doing to my poor dog? I thought you were just missing streams. Atari Lynn, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Yeah, no, you weren't missing streams. So I'm still in the schedule of weekend streams of being the Saturday, Sunday. But last weekend, I had overtime, drove all weekend, and I was like, yeah, I'll forget it. I'm going to be working all day. I'm going to be too tired to be doing it in the evening. You know, if you know, I like the way that you worded that. You're getting so old, your hair is retiring, and getting some real estate down south for the warmer climate. I like that. I like that a lot. I'll have to keep that in mind. If you had it and didn't know, it was probably was tasty. Never feeds you another human being. Oh no, that's tough. That is full of rubbish.
Hey.
Okay, that's it for this here.
Oh,
Oh,
what
more.
your fool dog placed in my pack.
Oh, wagging
A
tail fast.
putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
What's the thought that counts? Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into the. Ah! More meat on your bones. Oh damn! There's some good choices in this one. Dang, this is tough. I like the more meat on your bones. But at the same time, I've been ribbing her pretty hard all the time just because she ribs Alistair quite a lot. So I figured, you know, if you're dishing it out, you gotta get some getting right back at you. You know what? We'll do number 2.
I am going to pretend I never heard that. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
Don't do it again. You're a word understand. Ooh. But yeah, we don't. You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless.
Now. That's too mean for my dog. I think you hurt his feelings. You're a mean lady. She's gotta know you hurt his feelings, man.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Oh wow, there's a lot of speech going on with the dog here. I'm going to just sit here and watch them.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
He didn't shy down from Sten's roaring. Can I find a way through the earth, are we? Decide whether you want to go out tonight or just grind for hours. You know, that's a tough call. Tough call. Oh, Nate, I don't know if you saw my Discord post earlier. There's a big rumor posted from the Xbox peoples about Outriders coming to Game Pass. So this is very exciting, especially since it's full crossplay everywhere. And I have the... So I might actually be playing it on day 1. I'm excited. I was going to wait at first, but if I'm going to get it for free through Game Pass, okay, I'll take it. Excuse me. And what are you grinding on so far? It takes some time, you know. Don't be silly. Yeah, take some time. You can do it. I believe in you. What did you find? Well, good luck. I can tell. Let's give him a pet. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta pet the dog. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay. We are now done with Callista. Our puppy. Now let's start. Oh, now we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk to Sten about. Boom. Destiny 2. Well, I wish you luck with that. You haven't even opened it? Not once? Ooh. Ooh. We're working together. I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
I've seen a Quinari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
These?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
You what? Oh, I'm an elf. Ooh. Little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
This is you being calm and helpful?
Couldn't you tell?
Okay, are you alright? You were in the cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You were in the army?
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Have you fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, elf.
So you must know your way around a battlefield then, eh? No, but what do you mean by that?
My people have been at war since the moment we set foot in the Northern Islands.
Have you tried diplomacy?
Words fail when your opponent's native language is deceit. I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry where I would say duty.
So you're not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Oh ho
As you
ho!
wish.
This Sten is just like,
Yes.
oh dang. Alright. About to message me this morning about some league. Oh, Nate, always. Always send me messages about league. Always. So, there's, even if I'm playing a game, so if I'm not outright busy in it, I will definitely swap over. I've been playing so much League. But that being said, usually during the day on the weekend it is true. I am a little busy usually with the kids, although today, in the afternoon, I wasn't too busy. I've just been on Factorio. What were you doing in that case?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant.
It's what you asked.
Just tell me.
I did. Parshera. Was there anything else?
Son of a bitch.
Speak.
He's very literal.
Then I suggest we move on.
Alright, let's go.
As you wish.
Alright, what's this guy? Levi Dryden.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levi Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Vesever, I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me.
Of course he did.
But poor Duncan's, well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Yeah? Yeah, how did you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is.
I've got time.
I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Alright, go ahead, tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and
Israel
a list of
ADC
other
or mid?
Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom, but Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
Go on.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the King. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The King himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Thank you for your part in bringing. Duncan's easy man to like. Oh, there... Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Ooh. You rescinded the decree just like that?
Marek was a bit of a visionary. A powerful mind, that one. In his travels with the Wardens, he must have seen how important their cause was, and been moved by it.
I doubt that's the full story.
There was some talk at court that he did it to improve relations with Orzammar. That might have factored into it, but make no mistake. King Marek was a giant among men.
But why were the Grey Wardens cast out by Ardland? That's a good question.
People say it's because the Wardens have become terribly unpopular. Just soaking up ties and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown.
Usually you don't realize what... It isn't until something's gone sometimes that you realize just how much you needed it. Or how much it is missed. Duncan was an easy man to like, that is true.
That he was.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you for your part.
Oh, his stomach's all aflutter.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. What promise did he make to you?
My family, well, past is a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
And then what happened?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So, what favor did he ask? Or did you ask?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
That's a fair request. Did you just go there by yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
Ah, we would get the base. Oh, reclaiming the peaks help the wardens.
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Yeah. What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive,
He's giving me a
pick our
lair.
way through the tunnels together.
I don't mind that.
It's good to see
Oh,
you,
those
my
two!
kindly rescuer. Bodon Fennec at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
I like the sounds of that. So what are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
And have you been following us?
I can see why you might be suspicious, being a Grey Warden and all. Were I in your shoes, I would feel the same way. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I'm liking the sounds of that discount. That and I can sell more things, although I kind of... Yeah, this is party inventory. I don't need trap triggers, because I'm not making traps. We got a bunch of this other stuff. All kinds of things. So what do you have here? Oh, wow, he's got a lot of stuff. Tome of Physical Technique. Let's just use this to... Use the reader 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. Oh. Another talent or spell. Dang, there's some nice stuff here. Bloody expensive though. Dragon plate helm. Oh wait. Don't I have a blood dragon plate? So this is some more parts of it. Blood dragon boots, blood dragon gauntlets. I don't have anybody that's strong enough to use that stuff yet though. I probably could buy them all. I'm half tempted to get it just because. Let's see. Alistair, because he's my tank. Yeah. Because it gives extra defense, extra health. More armor. That's extra health. But it's going to take up capacity. I'm going to wait. Oh, is there still quest?
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Ooh, so what's your story exactly?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there too, merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost glory, you said?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot. I agree with that.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Ooh. You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. It may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Well, nice for him to do that. That was generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he
Enchantment.
does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Have you heard any rumors?
It's not just Darkspawn and the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the blight, and their minds are all twisted and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, his brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I can see that. How about any other?
I hear that Tyr Loghain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army he lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Any more rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyr Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Yeah, we saw that
Take
in the
it for what it
cutscene.
is.
Any other
I
rumors?
heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn,
We
maybe.
were just there, wasn't
There's
it?
no word from the village at all. Merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Some folks aren't happy about Tyr Loghain being named regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyr Loghain couldn't save the king from that end, then nobody. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Yeah, I'll pass you another
Take it for what it is.
rumor. You did kill
I
him.
hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Thank the Maker
Lots
we
of
didn't lose Tyr
rumors.
Loghain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said.
Uh-huh.
Without him, we'd be lost. That's what I've heard on the road.
I'm curious, if Tyr
Take it for what
Loghain
it is.
had properly went in, what would have happened?
With King Kaelin dead, the throne falls to Queen Honora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Kaelin's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rare to find. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe. More likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned
Miracle
their
elixir.
search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Something's going on at the Mage's Tower at Lake Callanhod. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying.
Uh-oh.
Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Mages are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the
Werewolves?
Brazilian forest.
Oh, dear.
Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The blight, most likely. Poor
At least I
sods.
should be immune to the
That's what
blight,
I've
I
heard on
believe.
the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I hear tell they held a funeral in Dinnerham for King Kaelin. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable.
Yeah, he got pretty
That's what I've
crushed.
heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. There's talk that King Kaelin was cheating on the Queen, and she found out about it. That's why Tyr Loghain
Wait.
abandoned Kaelin at Ostagar. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it
That's
is.
new. It was like he just fell back in time. Now it's like, no, he abandoned him because he was cheating.
I've heard a rumor that the reason Queen Honora has never produced an heir is that she's barren. It's a curse from the Maker for bringing a commoner into the royal line. Until someone of royal blood is put on the throne, there will never be an heir. It seems the royal line of Calinod has been broken for good now.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Habron, daughter of the Earl of South
Man, there's a lot of rumors.
spent an exorbitant amount of her father's coin buying puppies.
Puppies!
No one knows what happens to the puppies, and she buys a new one every
Oh.
week.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
I heard a strange rumor the other day. King Calin was not really Merrick's son, you see. Merrick's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denham's palace and has been since he was born.
Now we're getting into the
Suppose
wild
feeding cats
rumors.
all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple, or a mage. Merrick's real son, a mage. Can you imagine?
That's what I've heard on the road, and
It's said the North Road Inn serves a shepherd's pie containing actual shepherds. Seems the innkeeper has something against the flocks being brought too near his own fields.
that's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
The crafters of the Pearl Brothel are threatening to close their doors
Pearl
if they
Brothel?
aren't finally recognized as a true guild. Ha! Can you imagine? As if the men weren't blue enough.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
I don't know what to tell you. More than I can think
We
of
did
at
it.
the moment.
We got through all of them. Whoo, man. Yes, Codex. I know. Sten. Good. There.
Something you
That was a
need?
lot of rumors.
I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
But where do those goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Was it better than having the Darkspawn take it all?
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Don't want the Darkspawn using those armors. Alright. Should get
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
boy. Alright, Sandal.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment.
And there you have it.
He loves his enchantment. I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment.
Enchantment! Oathkeeper can be enchanted, okay. I can give it a journeyman lightning. Oh, okay. Do I... Oh, I do it like that. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Huzzah! All enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped, can be upgraded by an enchanter, as long as you also have runes available. Select the item you wish to enchant, then drag and drop the desired runes into the slots on the item. Cool. Alright, that just leaves me with Morgana. And then we are done with the camp. And we can continue onwards. Now, we had already talked to her last time as well, so I don't think there's going to be much new here. Something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Why are you still here?
I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
Do you Want to leave?
If I wanted to leave, then I would go. I remain, so do not ask such pointless questions.
Holy shit. -10. All right. So, she's someone that I've got to be very firm with, I suppose. I'm not worrying too much about being absolute friends with everyone. Oh, wait. Oh, hello. Yes, Callista did dig quite the hole. Okay, looks like that's it. We are done. Could watch the dog pee. Oh my goodness. Roof, roof, roof. All right, who are we grabbing?
Yes.
Indeed.
You know, as much as I like having a dog, I can't see it being as good of a partner as, like, say, Sten. Although, yeah, the second frontliner, he's got the two-handers. I think it's just because I can give Sten more items to help out a bit more than the war dog. Although the war dog gets a lot of yells and stuff that help, or howls that help everyone. So he's kind of a support. I think Sten can get a bit more armor. Oh snap! What the? What is this? Brazilian outskirts, Lothering, Venerum, Soldier's Peak, Van Loren's Lands, Head Docks, Redcliffe Village, Soldier's Pass, Frostback Mountains. Dang, there is a lot of stuff here. Premium content. Oh, okay. So some of these are from the premium content, so the DLC. And then these were the ones... Yeah, the Mages of the Circle. Okay, and then this is like the Blight stuff. Very Wild's Last Will. So I do need to go to Redcliffe to complete Rigby's Last Wish. That's kind of pointing towards I should go there. There's some of this DLC stuff that might be good to take a look. Troubled Merchants. Soldier's Peak. Oh, Levy offered to take you through the maze. Okay, yes. The old Grey Warden base. You know what? Let's go there. Let's try that out.
Indeed.
Yes.
We want to go Soldier's Peak. Okay, so I guess these gold ones are the premium content DLC stuff. Well, bonus is we didn't get attacked along the way there.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak.
Hopefully I'm not going to get destroyed.
Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Just made you were lost a couple of times. Trust there's blood. How did you find that path on your own? She's impressive. That's... Yeah, how did you find that path on your
You wouldn't
own?
believe me if I told you.
Just tell me.
It came to me in my dreams. When I was a lad,
Interested.
I tried going through the tunnel by myself. Got horribly lost. But every now and again since, I've dreamt of it.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't want you to think I was some moon-addled simpleton. I've my wits about me. But enough of that. I'll follow you from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
I'll follow you, but it's scary.
Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey!
Hey. Come on, man. That's not cool. I wonder if I can actually get this keep to... Like, when I finish this, if I actually get it to set up in here. Do some base building or what? Wait, what?
Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
I guess they siege
What was
them.
that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too.
I had a vision too, Levy.
How's that possible? This place truly is haunted.
Ooh, I can use my mage. Strange phenomena can be seen where the veil is thin.
The veil?
That's what separates us from the Fade and demons.
Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
He's like, oh man. It's all the shrooms. I know Timo must have been around here. We've been stepping on his shrooms. They've been releasing those noxious fumes. Oh, that's odd. What's this statue here? Oh, okay. Ancient history. Well, so far nothing's popping out here. Oh no! Surprise! Okay, not bad so far. Everybody's health is alright. So it looks like the enemies aren't too strong. Oh, that's not good. Timo? I would be up for it. Oh no, there's more behind us. Oh snap! Snapples. Let's see, let's do some grease. And then we're going to do a fireball on these sacks of bones. Oh, no, we need to kill this acolyte here. Oh, he's healing? Ooh. As for Chris, he's been, oh no. Oh god, no. He's been very busy with his twins. Oh boy. I'm just trying not to aggro these guys yet. 3. Oh no. We got Sten almost. Oh god, Sten's like totally dead. We'll use that. Ah, I wasn't fast enough. Oh god, there's another one over there. Son of a. Haven't played League since. Hey, no worries. I mean, people get rusty. It's all good. You know what? Let's get rid of this. No, he's almost dead. Oh, I thought he died for a moment there. I did a lot better than I thought I was going to. I was not prepared. Oh, penalty to magic. He doesn't use magic. Whatever. Whatever. We'll use this anyways. Keep everybody healthy. I was not prepared to have to deal with 3 freaking huge groups of enemies. My lord. At that point, having Spell Bloom would have been nice. Jeez. But overall, I did not too bad. I'm happy. Get some more fluorospar. The grease and fireball up here helped a lot, taking out the 2 archers and the mage. I was not expecting a skeleton mage that would be concentrating on healing. That really threw me off.
And so I shall.
Antique Warden crossbow, you say? Don't really have anybody that's doing ranged bows. Silverite rune. Cool, cool. No doors to open. Nothing hidden down on the ground here to pick up. I'm wondering if having flame weapons are going to be that great right now against skeletons. Or if having that extra mana might be a little more worthwhile. I guess we'll keep it up. I should just try not to spend too much all at once. Alright, well, we killed everything on the outside. I wasn't sure.
The men's morale is low.
Ooh.
My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus.
Hey, DJ.
I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim.
And Glosson, how are you doing?
Empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens.
There's more and more appearing.
Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns.
There we go, I'm completing the circle.
Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot?
No.
No!
I ruined the semicircle.
I, for one, will never give up. I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
Haha!
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
Things are going along pretty well. I was kind of lurking at a few of your streams. Seemed to be going along good for you there as well. How's your weekend been? I have some additional chores to do tomorrow, like getting groceries and whatnot, but I'm thinking of treating myself and having a delicious meal. Ordering in some prime rib and stuff. Delicious. Sounds like there's greatness in your blood. King Arlen was a tyrant? Can't believe the king attacked the Grey Wardens.
Everyone knows they were banished, but to murder them like that, King Arlen must have been a monster. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Do save there. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, statement of defiance. On these grounds, virtuous men stood against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died. Signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Read the names. Captain Milo, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek of Orlais, and Jason the Longbow. Alan the Quibbler, Cartography Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Avenger of the Bovine Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sans Les Argonauts. Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, McGurk the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical, Malefactor, the Stretched, and Packdract Dirksen. Sergeant Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar, Vitrolic Eric, Weak Eye Santos, and Wellburn the Exhaustive Fire. Hey, glass grenades. Glass in grenades. Thank you very much for that follow. Hope you're having yourself a great weekend. Those were some intriguing names. Not going to lie. Alright, we are going to go into the next room. Where are the skeletons? Yeah, there's... Oh, what are you, an arcane horror? Oh no, rage demons. Let's do a fireball. Oh god! Did they do a fireball to me? Oh shucks! My health! Oh god! Okay, she's draining life, so I guess we'll leave that. Oh, oh, ah, ah. I don't think the fireball made a difference. Woo. Ow. Ow. Damn. So about this herbalism. Good. I do have more flasks to make more health ups. What's over this way? Oh, sack of grain. See you later. Everybody this way. Draw them out. Draw them out. What'd you get? Oh no, Morgana, did you go inside of there? Morgana, you fool. Back out. Why would you do this? Got a little heated? Yeah, real quick. Woo. Okay, ooh, Alistair's dropping quick. Let's pop him up with a lovely health. I am actually kind of regretting going damage. I think I would have been a lot better being a healer right off the hop. Okay, there we go. Grab that. I mean, I do like being able just to go and destroy them, but at the same time, not having anybody with healing spells, making things a little rough. I don't have anybody. I haven't figured out what skills needed to unlock. If anybody happens to know, please let me know. Ice arrows. Okay, okay. Ooh, a note. Plea from Commander Athlar. Soldiers Peak has more than we bargained for. There's sinister magic at work here. The men are seeing things and cannot tell nightmares from reality. The fallen return to life to attack again and again. And we are assaulted by dark creatures, the likes of which I have never seen. Whoever is responsible is intent on destroying us all. The King's army and the Grey Wardens both. Send help, we cannot last much longer. Ah, intriguing. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Deft hands. Let's see. Where would I see that skill? Here? Healing. Don't see anything here. I'm guessing it would be... No, it wouldn't be a spell type thing. Oh. Skills. So we've got stealing, but I always just assume that one is for... when you're stealth. And you're pickpocketing. Survival, poison making. I don't see anything in the skills. Whereabouts would this deft hands be? Is it an actual spell talent that you use, or is it a skill? But I'm just blind. It is a talent. Okay. So I probably just don't have anybody in my party that has access to that then. Which is all good. Wait, so do I have a talent point with Alistair? Why are some things blinking? Oh, that's just because I have them on right now. Never mind. I got you. I got you. Warrior and mage can't pick. Figures. That's literally like everything, everybody in my party right now. Warriors and mages. What if my Malbori Warhound could do it? Arland Corpse. Oh, Warden Skeleton. Oh gosh. I can't pick. Okay, we are this time
Right.
going to be using Alistair to open this door. We saw people walking over there, so I'm a little scared. We're going to go in here first. The chest. It's not locked. That's good. It is a mace. Eh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. We all know this is going to be combat. It'll be great. I don't know if oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep turning on and off my flaming weapons by accident. Oh, there's still more! There's more, my friends! Go forth and slay. Okay, what are you doing, Sten? Just get in there, my friend. Get in there. Attack from behind. Attack from behind! Everybody's health is alright. I hit number 1 again. So clearly we're going to solve that over there. There. They came back? Oh no.
Let's just deal with these ones.
I mean, it did say that is what happens here. Oh, okay. I think I might need that Spell Bloom spell next. Because my mana has been getting rough. I mean, I've been going crazy with the spell casting. Ooh, hello. A heavy metal shield, you say? How is that in comparison to over here? Extra defense by 2. Missile deflection is almost... Oh, wow. Yes, please. Nice. I know the fatigue is up, but he doesn't use many skills.
All right.
Book is badly burned. You can make out... You can make a word out here and there, and that is all.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
What? Rebellion is against everything Wardens stand for.
But Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored.
Perhaps we'll find more answers
I
inside.
can only hope.
I mean, if he was aiding the Blight and refusing to do things... Ancient history. Learn more about the history of Soldier's Peak. You discovered another piece of the puzzle. There must be more to this. This is what I was looking for. Oh lord, the history of Chapter 1. Okay. The Grey... Yeah, okay. Grey Warden Base of Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades before the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gasper Ostarian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned the Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the Archdemon Zezekil was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Astarian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years, and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. From the history of Grey Wardens, blah 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 blah. As he approached his 60th years, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believe that Asturian began in secret to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Halwick. Asturian was taken to Osramar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. Okay, so he's not here haunting the place. That's good. Up we go to the second floor. Oh, I don't like this wide open area up here. And with the flames there, things are going to come up, aren't they? These look like summoning circles. Oh, what in the world? Well, that doesn't look good. Have the patience to read lore while playing? Well, I read some of it. Usually, there's a lot of the codexes that I don't, or I haven't touched. Like, if we go look through here, there's tons that I haven't read because sometimes a lot of people will want to just see the action and not necessarily lore. But certain parts, like right here, I find that the lore is actually important to know because we're trying to figure out what happened here. As well as some of them needs, quest lore. Oh gosh. I take it you've played this before then. What kind of classes do you usually go with? Or what kind of playstyle?
Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Contraste's blood? What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Oh, so he started calling demons.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no.
All of
more
them.
Fighting.
Ooh.
I think that's
Oh, snap!
Correct me.
Oh dear. Okay. Let's pop. Ooh, I can get all of them. Pop that there. Hopefully make them all fall down. No? Okay, that's fine. We can now use this. I think they're all dead. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh wow, this rage demon is strong. They're back? Oh no. Not all the mage paths. Okay, interesting. Is there one thing that I've heard a lot from people is that they've played this game over and over so many times. Now, I'm curious, what is it about it that you enjoyed so much to be playing it that much? I need to get behind him, you'll do more damage. Oh, he's back to full freaking health again? Because these guys heal. Oh my god. That's what these guys do. He was almost dead. He was all... Oh, shucks. Health heal up, my friend. Oh, thank God. Alright, I'm gonna have to save my mana for these sons of bitches again. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Whew.
The wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Wardens don't forbid blood magic. Anything it takes to win.
I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Oh, and now I teleported over here. Ooh, what's this? Winter's Breath. Oh, it takes 36 magic. Spell power 7. Plus 15% cold damage, radiates cold. Oh my goodness, I want... how close am I to that magic? Oh, I'm so close. Next level. Oh, hey, Morgana's leveled up. The thing is, she's a shapeshifter, so not a healer. There's only so much I can do. Let's get another couple constitution just because. Now the thing is, I was going to try making her as originally as somebody who was a debuffer, but considering that she's a shapeshift, I just don't know what to do with her. Love RPG styles. Okay. I mean, that's fair. If you like how the game plays. I mean, like, for I myself, I've played Final Fantasy Tactics so many damn times. Just because I loved how the party style works, being able to switch classes and do that, and the story was great. And, oh, so much good stuff with that. Now, do I make her continue up that shape-shifting? I mean, I'm not doing anything with her spider form. Flying swarm. Oh, that's interesting. Become a bear scarn and corrupted spider, more powerful forms of things. Gains overwhelm, additionally the flying storm shape drains health. So overall, yeah, she very much needs to be able to shift. I guess more people in the front line would be okay. Sure, let's get her her bear form. Now, that being the case, yeah, she doesn't have anything in her controls. You know, I mean, obviously I can do it myself to do that. Or I could just take over at some point and just transform her. Money. So how do we lower the veil, I suppose? Would be the question. We're going to have to seal it somehow. I do not trust opening that door. Ah! And it is good that I did not. Let's go this way. Burning hands, grab both of them. Zap. Zap. And we're good.
And stay down. And so I shall.
Ooh, a fire crystal. Back to the best part of this game is the option, your options. Oh, goodness. And that's just the thing. One thing I saw is, yeah, options. There are a crap ton of them. Holy balls. So many that I get confused.
Delighted. As you desire.
I'm used to some games and so on where you can do respecs, and I enjoy being able to respec because if I screw up, I hate not being able to change it. So it's like, it's killing me right now, for example, that I went straight damage, but now that I've actually played more, I think I would actually enjoy having a more supporting role. I didn't realize that I would have this many characters right away. I thought, okay, I may as well go damage because I'm not going to get friends right off the hop. It's going to take me a little while and all that. Man, if I could have like that heal, rejuvenate, regeneration, master rejuvenation, offense, get that paralysis. Ooh, that's okay. There's probably uglies behind the door too. Oh, hello there.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you.
Hello. Now, I have looked into it and I realize there are mods that you can install where you can get like a respec potion that you drink and it'll return everything to you to redo. But at the same time, I don't know if I really want to do that. Nothing you can say would interest me. Ooh, or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Even I'm afraid your great-great-grandmother is possessed.
That, or she's really let herself go.
Oh.
My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
Too much jet. Let me make a deal with you, smooth skin. Is anything of the real Sophia left inside you?
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
Why should I trust a demon?
What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
What's this deal?
The Kyun is quite clear in matters of demons. Destroy them quickly, efficiently.
Oh, snap!
Deal with me now, warrior, and
Blasting grenades, thank you so much for that subscription.
Kind. This one will explain.
Really appreciate
Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the old mage tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world.
It's the Prime sub. Hey, I understand Prime subs you get with your Amazon Prime. I've got one myself that I usually toss out there, but still chose me to give it to, so I'm still really appreciative about that. I do want that veil closed, but at the same time, I'm here on behalf of Levy. Tell me about Sophia Dryden.
This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken.
What will you do if I free you?
This one will roam, this one will see, this one will feed.
Yeah,
but
feed.
Without me, the veil will grow weaker. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind. Or many.
What am I destroying?
The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away.
Wait. So what you're saying is if I destroy that, your kind can come, so... before I make the deal. Ooh. Oh damn, there's a lot here. You tell Levi anything he wants to know about Sophia.
Warden, my family's been looking for answers for over a century, but not like this.
Trust me.
I'll support your decision either way.
Agreed. Any questions Levy has of the Dryden will be answered.
Can you tell me anything about the tower? Oh no, that took away the other option? About lying? Oh, come on.
You only must destroy. For your purpose, there is nothing more you need.
Sweeten the deal.
The Levy gets his questions answered. You get nothing more.
Do not accept your terms.
Then you are useless to this one. Die!
I'm annoyed that it took away that option. I was hoping that, you know, okay, you get your answers. Okay, good. Now, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I was going to try lying that I was going to do it. Ooh. Oh, whoops. Okay, we want... Let's go right here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Morgan right there. Ah, shucks. I wasn't paying attention to her being there. Aha! Success! Everybody's health as well. That is still okay. Yeah, a little low because the skeleton was on me, but that's alright. Oh gosh, she went down pretty much instantly. I like how he's just standing there.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well,
oof, what did she get? Penalty to cunning. Ooh. I have to buy myself more entry kits.
Dead.
Oh, hello. Warden Commander gloves, armor, and boots.
I need it.
So, how is that in comparison to what Alistair has right now? Gloves is better. And fire resistance. Good, because he likes to run into my fire flames. Oh, critical backstab damage. Okay, so this would actually be better with Sten. Magic equipment is providing an item set bonus. Huzzah! There we go. So he'll get a bonus now to... Yeah, because the Blood Dragon's going to be a lot better for Alistair. Oh, I just need him to get that 38 strength.
Drink.
And then we'll work on getting him that whole thing. Some glamour charms. Rock salve. Sheist. Warden recruit shield, which is worse than what I've got. Ooh, there's a book. Oh no! Another locked chest. Sadness. Alright, Sophia Dryden's journal. What's up with that? 21st Elivusis Fiesta? Elvista? Weird one. It is done. The nobles have thrown their lot in with Arland. Arland, the snot-nosed man-child. Arland, who did not walk till he was in his 5th year. Arland, who had to be pried off his nursemaid's breast not 2 years ago, or so it is whispered. The Tierns and the Arls believe him to be a simpleton and easily led. But I've seen something in the boy's eye, and it terrifies me. 10 of Moloriaris. I watched the summer day processions from a room high in Fort Draken. The regent has me for treason, when my only guilt is of being true to my country and my heart. My guard's tongue was easily loosened with the gift of a ruby ring. I am told that the bands are fighting against my sentence. I shall pray, but not hope, that it will be anything but the gallows for me. 2nd of Proventus. The drought was like bitter fire, but I survived. Weep for me, for I survived. Would that they had made a clean end for me. I should have died a lady, the greatest of the Dradens, not lived to become this nothing, this monstrous nothing. 19th of Matronalis. Enough! I shall waste no more time with a wretched womanish lamentation. Death would have been easy, but fate saw fit to spare me, and I will seize upon this chance. The Grey Wardens are an army. The old commander is weak, a wisp of a man. I will inspire the Wardens, and Arland will rue the day he spared my life. So in other words... disappointment. Disappointment.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother...
So she rose up in rebellion against him for no real reason than...
dead.
Oh, we can go upstairs now. I'm scared. Oh, that is a lot of skeletons.
On it.
Oh, wait, those are regular skeletons, so I think a simple fireball will do well. I don't need to grease them up first. Oh, he triggered a trap. Well done, lady. Yeah, are they going to come back? No. Okay, we're good. You see, she has frost weapons, so how about we... Oh, is it only on a single person? Oh, it is. Silly Shiba, hello, welcome. How you been, bud? Been a while. I know you had said on one of your tweets there that you've been working crazy overtime as well. Hopefully you're finding some time to relax still, because my goodness. It's never good when you just get worked to the bone.
Right.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, indeed. A lot of warden corpses. Look at them just lined up like this. Beautiful for an electric hands. No! Sten, why? Why, Sten? He just walked right in front of us like, I got this. Oh no, this was a terrible mistake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. JK, you're dead. Instead, it's like, I've suffered through greater wounds during my wars. This is nothing. Work overnight this weekend. Ooh. And it was your weekend off. I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it, right? There's been so many people who have lost their jobs that even with lots of overtime, at least you're not out of work. This appears to be old research of the mage Avernus. They detail a series of experiments in terse clinical handwriting.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more, or a dozen. The things I could do.
About that guy. The noxious potion appears to be the culmination of Avernus's horrific research. Promises to unlock the hidden potential, the tainted blood you drank during the joining. You accidentally skipped this game or didn't play it on accident. Did you play the other ones? I mean, this is my first time playing it, so it's not unheard of. Let's drink it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh god, that thing's huge. Look at how big that is. Pain racks your body, but there's power in this pain, and a hint of understanding. You have access to new abilities! Diabolist? What? Wait, is this... Power of blood. Dark sustenance. A self-inflicted wound lets the mage draw from the power of tainted blood, rapidly regenerating a significant amount of mana, taking a small hit to health. Hey! And Bloody Grasp. The mage's own tainted blood becomes a weapon, sapping the caster's health slightly, but inflicting spirit damage on the target. Darkspawn targets suffer additional damage. Ooh. I'm happy with that. Played Inquisition. Another one. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely played Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. I played both of those. Well, this is exciting. What's in this book? Apparently there we go. Avernus's notes. The taint allows us to sense the darkspawn. The longer we survive with the taint in our blood, the more potent it becomes. Unfortunately, this corruption will eventually overwhelm the warden. Over time, it devours both mind and body, leaving nothing. But what if the spread of the corruption could be stopped? Or contained in some way? What if the warden could become more powerful without having that power kill him? How great would that power be? Would it be enough to stop the demons? The joining ritual is crude. We take into ourselves the blood of the darkspawn in the most obvious way. Most die from the corruption immediately. It is, after all, poison. There must be some way to refine that joining. Isolate the true power that is found in darkspawn blood and leave behind the evil that kills us. I can feel the corruption starting to take its toll on my body. I must not succumb. There is too much work to be done. Through my magic, I've been able to slow its inevitable spread, but not stop it completely. I am starting to hear things even while awake. A voice, more beautiful than any other, that calls to me from the depths. In my dreams, I see the Black City, and I am drawn towards it. There's something there, an answer to that, to what this taint is, this taint that we share with the darkspawn. Oh, you finally beat it. Well done, well done. Did you install the fan patches to fix things and add the content that was kind of snipped? Oh. There's a lot here. I do look at this.
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration.
So he's still alive in here?
Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance?
Wow. You're like, no, I thought I was done with this. You're telling me there was more? That's right, there's so much more. The old warden mage, you're still alive?
Only just. I have only a short time left. Why
Got
are
such
you
huge
here?
ears.
What is your intent?
Ooh. I want some answers.
To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
How have you survived this many years?
The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it.
But that can only go
Robot
so
planet.
far.
Okay, maybe. Sophia's great grandson brought me here. Livy, go ahead.
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call.
Ah.
And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor.
Your call?
He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance.
Alright, now just answer his question.
Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I'm sorry.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
So what has happened here?
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
Plays spider in the corner, 8 flies. That's true. He used this magic to put spinnerets on his butt so he can just go catch flies and eat. How was Arland a tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then. But the kingdom lives on.
What happened to the rebellion?
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tirn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped.
You practice blood magic on the nobles?
Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing.
You had to know that summoning so many demons was foolhardy.
Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. Ugh. I was so close.
Persuade, you're to blame for all this. Some things you just don't do.
And who draws this line of what is safe, proper, or moral? The Chantry? Corrupt, mundane, pathetic little men? You? Embrace the core tenet of the Wardens, any means necessary to win.
Sound proud of those actions.
My only regret is that it failed, and that I never had a chance to make Arland pay.
I mean, it's true. If he could have summoned those demons to help out and kept them on his side so it doesn't kill our own people, it would have been huge. Want to try and do with the demons?
She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under Wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
Remember how that ended? The Black City, Darkspawn.
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
How do you know the Chantry's wrong?
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort.
I want to ask something else. What was the purpose of your experiments?
To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power.
What power?
The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research has discovered so much more, hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful.
We'll be back in a brief moment here. Sorry about that. Had some kids going crazy in the other room, running up and down stairs and stuff. Alright, so. Can you teach me what you've learned? So basically, I am playing as an elven mage. Now, the backstory with this being that elves are downtrodden, used as slaves, very subjugated. Having gone to the circle, I was able to slowly be gaining power and more power, and my character is wanting more to fight back against. Are you heading out, Fino? Farewell. Goodbye. Catch you later. Not yet. Soon, I hope. So he's looking, trying to gain any amount of knowledge, so this way he can gain the power to never have to kneel before anyone again. Now, that being said, he's not necessarily evil, where I want to become a tyrant, or at least not yet. We'll see how things go. But he doesn't see what's wrong with gaining any powers. Everything is permitted. Have yourself a good morning, Fino. Catch you later. Can you teach me?
You've already read my research, but in time, with the proper materials, I could learn so much more.
Ask something else.
Yes?
Time for questions is over.
So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with.
I agree. Until the demons are dead, we are allies. The demons must be stopped now. Maybe it's my smooth brain here, but I don't know which one I'm supposed to pick for being just allies. Because it's both the demons must be stopped now. So will this just mean like, yeah, no, we gotta stop the demons now, and we're going to be allies forever? Or is it this one where until the demons are dead, we are allies, where like, yeah, we're allies and then we'll see what happens after, and I could still choose to spare him? I'm worried that if I pick this one, I kill him right in here and now, which I don't want to do. So I guess to be safe, let's go with this one.
That will do for now. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Not yet. There's a chest. They're freaking locked. Darn it. Clearly, Alistair doesn't know how to open a chest. Nothing is true, everything is permitted is exactly what I was going for. Ooh. Ancient history? Yes, I know. Oh no, I'm missing number 3. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mystery perplexed even Commander Halwick herself. When Commander Asturion went to his calling in the deep roads, he did not have in his hand his sword, Asturion's might, forged for him by dwarven smiths and presented to him upon the completion of Soldier's Peak. Nor did he pass the sword on to a successor or any other Grey Warden. While some maintained that Asturion had simply destroyed the sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it away somewhere in Soldier's Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturion had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze, and said, "The sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me. When the shadows come, you must speak the words." What this was supposed to mean was never made clear. From the history of the Grey Wardens. Intriguing. Wonder where that chapter 3 is. Where did he go? Because yeah, I already read through the ability notes. This is up the same stairs. Cool stuff. Alright, and then yeah. What's left is going down. Alright, Avernus. Oh, I see lots of traps.
We must hurry.
Let us not step on these traps. Nothing else here? Okay, cool. Clink, 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 clink.
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed.
What do I do?
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them.
Lovely.
I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh. Okay, I have to talk to him, I guess, to start it. There's a dead warden I didn't go.
As you desire.
Yeah, extra money, baby. I cannot select him. Oh no. Oh no! No! Did it get bugged? No! Oh, snap. Let's try going up in that exit and then go back in. Maybe that'll fix it.
We must act quickly. The veil must be closed.
I'm ready when you are.
I will waves of. I will begin. First,
Okay. Okay. Well then. Protect Avernus as equals to the rip of the veil. So... Oh look, I started typing protect Avernus and immediately it protect Avernus bug came up. So let's see. Have to defend. Sealed problem. Will simply stand in place and the battle will not start. Yes, that is my bug. Cool. Accepted solution. I was stuck at that point as well, but I found something of a workaround. Have a mage character shoot a fireball or some AoE attack that pushes people, and you can move him or her to where the script kicks in. Found this out while playing a mage and got frustrated with him. I was surprised when the encounter started. Or you could try this. Go to options, select the video tab, untip the box, play in full screen. And wait, what? That wouldn't matter. Okay. So, have to unfortunately waste mana. Possibly throw him around. So let's, I guess, you know what? We're going to do a save. Save game. As bug. And let's see, where would he need to go though? Ah. Needs to go onto one of the portals. That kind of sucks though, because now that has a bunch of my mana. That is... Ugh. But it did start everything. Huzzah! Oh god. Alistair. You got chonked. He's going to need a full health plus. Ooh, a great shade, you say. I need to take out this guy. Keep an eye on people's... Zap them both. Okay, that's good. I'll hold off on my... We've got one more wave. One more wave. Okay, good stuff. We got this. Oh. Now let's take out the lesser rage demon first. Okay, he's going to need a health. You know what? Let's get him a little lesser health as well. Let's heal everybody up. In fact, I've got so many lyrium potions. Why don't I just use one? And this way, I can sit here, go like this. Ooh, zap everybody here. Ooh, that'd be nice. Oh god, it's angry at me now. Ah, friends! Friends, help! Kill him, please! Oh no! Oh god, it's not over yet. Guess I'm gonna have to use one of these myself now. Desire Demon. Ooh, he got chunked hard too. Let's heal him up. Let's have another lyrium potion. Beautiful. Oh gosh, he just healed. Thank goodness that I healed him. Well, you know what, greater one this time actually. He's dead again! Oh god! This Desire Demon is nuts.
Now this is more like...
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, you desire that booty. Chases that booty across the realm. Yeah, give it to me, she says. I can't blame her. I mean, look at that. Look at that waddle I've got there. It's hot. Codex updated. Ah, Desire Demon. Success! Doing his best. Ooh, look at that gold. Beautiful. Alistair, you did do your best. A damaged eye. Oh no. You can keep that damaged eye for now. I don't need you to hit things. And I'm sure we'll be going back to the camp right away. But we did it! Success! Yeah!
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. So what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace?
More dark research, find humane ways to help the wardens. Experiment away. If it bears any fruit, I want to know. Now here's the problem. I'm telling him to just experiment away on anybody. He might want to experiment on me and other wardens to figure out more of our dark taint. Let alone other people. And we don't want them to cast us out of this area again. So let's just, I want them to keep going. Try to find more, but tone down the torture a little bit.
Without test subjects, without other materials, you would cripple my efforts. But I will do what I can in this endeavor. I have little hope of discovering anything useful. But if I do, you will hear of it.
Yeah.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family.
Yeah, proof Sophia's actions were damning. Yep. The past won't offer redemption. Try the future instead.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Any chance I can convince you to stay on?
You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Darn straight. And Sten has a level up. Strength! Actually, we'll do one constitution. Next. Let's see. Oh, it's like all the magics. All of them. The warrior's unwavering courage grants bonuses to damage, physical resistance, and mental resistance, as well as a bonus to critical chance that increases proportionately to the number of enemies above 2 that the warrior is engaged. Oh, damn, son. I think that would work for him. Restoring portions. Oh, this does seem like a nice line to go through. Oh, yeah, I don't care about taunt. Disengage wouldn't be too bad, though. So this way he doesn't... But as a frontliner, I don't mind him being attacked. He's going to be in heavy armor. He's just not going to have a shield. So I'll leave that for now. So far, I'm liking the look of bravery. But let's see what else we can learn from two-handed. Let's see. Stunning blows. That each attack offers a chance to stun. Now that's actually huge. Shattering blows. Gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. I haven't really been going against that, but I could see it would be good. Character aims a destructive blow. That deals normal damage, but also damages the armor. Destroyer. Every attack sunders the target's armor. Nice. Are not cumulative. What? Destroying. Sadness. Two-handed strength. Has learned to yield two-handed weapons more effectively, reducing the penalties to attack and defense from powerful swings. That is also really nice. Two-handed sweep. In an arc, AoE. That's level 10. I gotta go with stunning blows though. Any chance that you have where you can hit a boss and other guys and just stun them for a while, that can be huge. Life-changing experience. Now I'm curious because I haven't come across, like, I've been using my tab button to hold, I mean, for anything to pop up. But I have not found anything for a Codex 3 for the peaks. That being said, here's a Warden skeleton that I missed. So, that is why I'm looking around again. Ah, here's a note. I wonder if this... No, I'm pretty sure I read it.
It is done.
Apparently missing all kinds of stuff. A letter from Ben Mathuin Wolf. Sophia, Arl Ruhan and his entire family have been slaughtered. Even the children. The Ruhan line is no more and the Arling belongs to the crown for now. Arlen believed Ruhan was plotting against him. Ruhan criticized the king's spending on Wintersend. That is all. It was an idle word, spoken out of turn. The king goes too far. His brain is filled with madness, and he clings to the crown like a drowning man clutches at a straw. Sophia, I beg you, help us. If nothing is done, more will suffer. Your humble servant, Wolf. Well, that did definitely say some more. But still no Codex number 3. I did already look at the Statement of Defiance. Now, I'm pretty certain I looked around quite well out here. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's still that sword, potentially. I guess that's the thing. I need to find all of them to unlock that codex. I wonder if once this starts getting rebuilt, if that will open up some areas. If it will get rebuilt. And I can find more codexes and or potentially this amazing sword. I guess to the tunnels. Oh, I'm running around stem. He's not my tank. I need to do a better job actually micromanaging a bit more, because Sten does not keep going to their behinds. I need to manually place them in their rear so I can get better damage from him.
What now?
Gather your party and venture forth. Yes, yes indeed. In fact, let's go to our camp. Woof, woof. Nothing new here, eh? Actually, I can go sell some stuff while I'm here. Free up some inventory space.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So I need to buy more lesser injury kits. Let's buy all of them, because I have been using them a lot. Alright, and now for selling. All kinds of salves. Don't need this dagger. Don't need this mace. Keep the crossbow for now, just in case. I can't wait till I can use that again. I can get rid of all of these. Because this just came off of Sten, which I don't need. Ooh, a golden ring. I wonder if I can craft with these later. I'm keeping all these random things because maybe I can craft, maybe I can do something. I don't know. Who knows? Can I? Oh, I can swap while I'm in here. Yeah, he still has Oathkeeper, which is better than the Wardens. Okay, so yeah, I can sell that.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed.
There we go. Now Alistair's wounded eye has been healed.
As you desire.
Indeed.
Yes, yes.
So if I go back to Soldier's Peak, is it going to be different now? It is! It's a town! It's a doggy! Okay, first of all, let's go see if there's ravens. And deer. Can I hunt? Hello? Raven, raven? I can't shoot lightning at it. It's worth a shot. Oh look, there's a storage chest.
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else.
Did you tell your family about Sophia?
I thought about it, but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions, even if the truth is a touch more complicated. Our family's belief that we were wronged, it gave us strength to make something of ourselves.
It's fair. It's fair. And what do you think of Sophia?
King Arlen sounded like a right nasty piece of work. Sophia was branded a traitor. She consorted with blood mages. But in spite of it all, I think she was a hero.
Any trouble with Avernus?
I've not a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself. But I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower.
Probably a good idea. He looks a lot different.
We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in. Hard to believe there were undead, demons, and worse around here, right?
Tell me about, like, show me those ways. What do you got? More healing things. Oh, look at all these lesser healings. But I've got 5. Oh, that's going to be okay. Greater Warmth Balm recipe. Okay, so recipes, that'll be good, but I only have 22 gold. And I have other things I want to be spending on, so we're not going to worry about that yet. Ooh, Shaper's Amulet. Extra willpower would be nice. Some runes. Oh, hello. Manual Spirit Healer. Hmm. Hmm. But then that's... I thought I could see with my spell's talents or on the... I think they're my specialization points. Oh wait, you just see it? No. Oh, you can see somewhere all of them. It's on the level up screen, I know that. I can't see it unless I'm leveling up. Well, that's fine.
And so I shall.
Hello? And Rod of Fire request form. Rigby's Last Will and Testament. Ancient Treaties. And a sealed lockbox. Oh, blah. That's just plot items. This is what's inside here, which is nothing. That's fine. Okay. So I can put things in there though, which is nice because in case I need these for crafting later or something. I can actually put these in. My game crashed! No! You only enchant weapons. Okay, good to know. Thank you for letting me know about that. Oof. Well, luckily I did save just before then a bit, and I think it auto-saves when I go inside the camp. But, you know, I think it's a sign of things. We'll just call it a night for there now. And then we can continue tomorrow, right where we left off. I'll quickly just make sure that, you know, things are okay there. And I'd say file didn't get corrupted or something. But that's that. So, as I said, call that a night. We'll pick up again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, it is daylight savings time tomorrow. So, I am still going live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But just keep in mind that for those of you who do not follow daylight savings time, because I know there's some places that don't, that the time might be a little bit more wonky on your end. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming by today. Glass and Grenades for that follow and that Prime sub. I really appreciate that. Shiba, Fino, Notorious, everyone else who came by today. Always a pleasure having you here. Love chatting with you guys while I game. So, as I posted in the chat there, I do have a Twitter and Discord as well if you ever wanted to chat some more, throw some words at me. And I place all my VODs on YouTube. In fact, I believe all my previous Dragon Age ones are up on there now. If you missed out on any of the earlier ones, and if you want to sit there and watch that entire like 20 minutes of me deciding what the class I was going to play. So you all have yourselves a fabulous night, and we will see you tomorrow. Farewell.